SHODO!
Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of the SHODO Pop Podcast. I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
Josh at Living Ranger Key.
Malunis at everywhere.
At everywhere, okay. I guess my at is Frozen Stratos, but my name is Corey. So we've today on the show we're just gonna again first we're gonna start with a news breakdown, and then it'll lead into our podcast topic, which is going to be SHODO Ride 6, and kind of give our thoughts on that since we haven't really done that on a on this platform yet. So give us the opportunity to do that. But I don't know if you guys wanted to discuss anything else in the just podcast topic area.
No, I think this intro is done. At
All
least
right,
for me.
cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right. So as for the news, we only got 2 bits of news, or 2 blog posts. So we'll start off with Shodo, which came out, and really it was just a recap of SHODO X3, I think. Yeah, SHODO X3. And this is... Oh, go ahead.
If I could be transparent, we just tried to figure out what we could say about this.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Because...
It's just a bunch of bikes.
Yeah, they attempt to give us information, I guess, but it's just a recap of stuff that we don't quite care about, honestly.
Yeah.
The link to the blog post will be in the description if you know.
If you like some Showa bikes.
Yeah, because like we don't really know quite what show it is. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. I'd buy it if I liked this.
It's also like the things they point out is there's a bit of blue on the front of the bike from episode 74 or something.
Oh.
Okay, that's neat.
That
and
makes
then
it worth
sometimes they have, and sometimes they also have wings on the front, I guess. Okay.
Like I said, we need Ega Devil here to kind of tell us about Showa.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the original Rider series is 98 episodes. It's quite a bit, so...
Yeah, that's not happening. But if you are interested in this, it is scheduled to come out March 4th. And yeah, that's really all I can say about it. Now we'll move on into the real meat of the show, and from now on, we're not going to be linking out to we'll be linking out to both the original Candy Toy blog post, but also Malunis' translated blog post, so you guys can get a you could read it actually and not have to look at Google Translate. You're welcome.
That way you can actually understand it.
Yeah. So this blog post starts out with a breakdown of Ride 6, but again, we're going to be talking about that in the podcast topic. But then we get like the completion of Ride 7, which is the Kikai armor over Waz. And the Kikai armor comes with the 2 different versions of Geo2's sword in its lonely form.
It's lonely form.
Yeah. What else would you call it?
The Psycho Gired.
Oh, okay. See, he knows the actual term.
Psycho Gired. Yeah, it's...
Okay.
These weapon names are kind of terrible.
Yeah. I do appreciate that the sword actually has like that little dial that you push to change it into like the final attack mode.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually like for a brief second thinking, oh, is this going to be one of those situations where there's 2 different stickers for one sword? But then I saw the lever.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that too.
I would have been mad because then that means I'd need to buy 2.
Figure out how to make a Kikai armor for Zeo.
Yeah. But yeah, that Kikai armor for Waz, I don't like it.
It seems like just like something that completes a trio.
Yeah, and like
I mean, that's the best thing I can say about it. It just kind of gives you a nice set of three.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, all the color from Kikai is sticker detail.
Yep.
And everyone hates stickers. So I don't know. This isn't working for me, but I'm still gonna buy it because
because you're cool.
I'm stuck. Yeah.
One thing that I don't think it was on record, but something I think we all kind of agreed on was that they were waiting to reveal the Woes body for this wave because there was something included. I guess they just were waiting because they had one more Woes form to introduce.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed because I was expecting something else. Because I mean, from last week, or technically, if you watched it when it came out, like 2 or 3 days ago, we talked about like, we talked about like we basically, I guess, predicted the rest of Wave 7, and I don't know. I was hoping for a little bit of a surprise. It didn't really come. So
the only surprise
I guess
I could think of is they could have released the Psycho grade, like the 2 versions, one with Kikai and one with the Waz body or something, but they didn't. So
yeah,
I'm kind of surprised that they included 2 weapons. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that is fair. But also that entire box of stuff is just gray plastic. Like it's, I don't know. There's something very underwhelming to me about that.
So, do you think you're going to be buying extras of that body?
Oh, 100%. I'm going.
Well, at least you only have 2.
Yeah, I told myself I wouldn't go 100% complete on Geo, but because like I had already done it for build. Actually, last night, technically, I have finally gotten 100% complete on build, because I ordered on Buy through Yahoo Japan Auctions. I bought the last Buy Kaiser that I needed.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
yeah.
Cross Evil isn't out yet, so.
Yeah, I know, but like.
So you're not done.
Okay,
yet.
fine. I'm caught up, and by the time all of the Geo stuff comes out that I will be buying, I only need one of each of those.
You know, I was just thinking of this. The fact that we're getting that Grease V Cinema in November means that his V Cinema form will be like in the series after Geo's Soto line.
Man.
Really? Oh. They better give us a Soto of him. I'm going to be upset.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess XA didn't really extend into Geo, huh?
Yeah, because XA just did all their V Cinemas at once instead of one.
If Soto had been going on for many years, then Gaim would have been the first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, like too.
the thing about build, I guess, is like they said, I forgot where I read this, but they said they wanted to do like an actual follow-up series of a few episodes, but then like due to scheduling conflicts they couldn't. So I'm pretty sure this has more to do with
they tease that the Grease one isn't going to be like the last V Cinema, so
so like officially, I think what they said for the Grease movie was some tagline like "Final story start," and there was you know, one of those classic taglines.
Yeah,
but when are we going to get the forever story?
Well, what I was going to say is that's the official statement, but like there's a rumor that the next one will be like a rogue story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like when the Prime Rogue Hyper Battle DVD came out recently, I thought I was honestly under the assumption that was going to be in the New World, but it wasn't. Yeah, it 100% wasn't. It was still good. You should watch it.
Right.
It was really good. A watch along on the Go Mango channel is going up. So take a look at that.
Gotta get that plug in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to what this quote New World is gonna bring, and I have this expectation where I had at the beginning of Geo, because I thought Geo would give us like the epilogue to build, but it just didn't do anything. Yeah.
Instead, it gave us a lot of really questionable writing decisions.
Yep,
yes,
that's for sure.
Yes, and it extends into the latest episodes, but well, yeah, never mind. So SHODO 7, it's looking fine, and really the only thing you're gonna have to purchase extra of is one WAS body, and
well, two.
I mean, for this wave.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. And I've been doing the math. I'll
Corey's
do
been
my
punching
best
those
to,
numbers.
Yeah. Since most of us speak in spreadsheet, I am constructing a SHODO body dupe calculator as a spreadsheet. I guess I'll make it available in the link in the description. But it'll count for you how many extra bodies you'll end up needing. So yeah, if that interests you, and how many they offer. So just to keep track of it. I know Malunis, you were keeping up with it.
Yeah, for my reviews, I basically just linked to a little list I made. Not really a spreadsheet. It's a much simpler list.
Yeah, and like, what I didn't realize until I made the list was that the only overlap is about 3 figures. Like, the Geo and Gates really only share Build, X8, and Ghost.
Yeah, I don't really count those in mine. I'm my logic is, here's the extras you need to display everything once.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But, you see, I'm insane. So I just decided to, cause like, if it's only an overlap of 3, my brain was like, oh, that's it. Okay. I'll just get the extra.
Just 3. I can make that work.
Yeah. I went on Buy last night. Ooh, not a good time for my wallet.
Corey, what is a good time for your wallet? Let's be honest here.
You know what? A few days ago, I went to Little Caesars, bought a hot and ready for $5, and ate that the whole day. I had only spent $5 that entire day on food. That was a good day from my wallet.
That's why they call you the streets.
The street.
I meant to say that last time.
Yeah. Anytime we say something trashy, it'll just be related to the streets. I don't know. There's not much else. Did we want to say anything else about this?
I mean, the Kikai armor wasn't surprising since it was obviously going to happen, and it was in that commercial last week. So,
yeah, you're right.
The only thing of note that they give for commentary is that the candy toy guy refers to it as dense and complex.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh.
Well,
you know what isn't dense and complex anymore? The quote candy that they put in these things now, because it's just gum. Give us the candy again.
It's gum that lasts for about 10 seconds.
It's the worst, and it makes it sour in the back of your throat. I don't know. I don't like it, man. Just give us the candy again. Why did you change it? This is legitimately if not for the body duplicates that you have to buy, it's the candy that's the worst part of Geo.
I mean, technically you're right, because I got some ride watches from Shuki, and they have the original hard candy.
There you go.
What? Still? Hold. That's not fair.
Yeah, like the watches I bought from Chris have it.
Well, I mean, I'd assume if you bought it from Chris, it'd be the same as Shuki's.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean
that
like
was a dumb answer.
I just mean like the reason I brought that was because the candy toy ride watches have the original candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Actually, I got a couple pieces of it over here.
Change? I don't know. I'm upset. This candy sort of sucks. Or this gum sort of sucks. I really like the other candy.
Now you see, Corey, what you got to do is you got to get the 7-year-old candy that I have from the Ranger keys I got from Kevin.
Oh,
legit though. Like, are you not about to eat that? Because you definitely should.
Sure, I'll have some candy from 2012. That seems safe.
Yeah, Josh for the streets, remember? But yeah, this is I think this is it for the news. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how's our time like? Okay, we're 17 minutes in. If we find another podcast topic, because I don't know that talking about Ride 6 is going to last us the whole time, we'll just talk about it. So Ride 6.
Well, we can talk about what we think is going to be in set 8.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, because we were talking about that earlier too.
Yeah.
So, basically in Ride 6, we're going to be getting Waz armor, Quiz armor, double armor, Agito armor, Hibiki armor, and then side A and B of... I don't know what this thing's called.
Rabbit dragon form.
Rabbit dragon form. Yeah. I don't know. I do appreciate getting build bleeding into Geo because I don't know if I was too vocal about this, but I really did not appreciate X8 bleeding into my build. But I do appreciate build bleeding into my Geo. Though I wonder if we didn't get this, would we be getting the extra armor bodies we need in this set?
I mean, I think back when they did this for build, when they put in some X-Aid, some people were like, oh, that's taking up a slot. But then build went on to still make everything it needed to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Geo is doing it pretty... I think it's doing the best it can.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. But, like, say you didn't have the two halves, right? Mm-hmm. Then you put in a base Geo body and a base... Geo armor body, then all you need is one armor body. Like, don't get me wrong, I still love build. I'm still really appreciative that build is here. But when Geo is pushing this duplicate thing,
I still think it's better that we got Rabbit Dragon than we did extras.
Yeah, I think that there's two things going on here. One is that there are plenty of these out there for you to track down, and the other is that from the beginning, they always said, we don't really want you to buy duplicates. We encourage you to just kind of swap the armor on existing bodies, but then they go on to kind of cater to the people who are buying duplicates. So it's...
Interesting.
Yeah. Like the Kuga armor coming with those alternate stickers for the forearms of the armor body.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is that I think that the duplicate bodies are probably not being included for other reasons.
That's true. Yeah.
And also, I think because they got things like Decade Armor in its many variations, they're probably trying to put some money towards that.
That's true. That's fair. And I know you had something interesting to say about the beat closer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Could you elaborate on that? Because I don't know if everyone sort of caught that.
So, there are a lot of forms in build that use this weapon. Basically anything that has the dragon motif. Mm-hmm. And... from what I understand, because I wasn't collecting build, apparently they only released that in like 1 or 2 figures, when you could have used a duplicate or 2.
Okay. So like I purchased all of build, but like I didn't bat an eye. I think what it could have benefited from, or the figure it could have benefited from, was Great Cross, because it came with, like, the extra thing that it came with was the hazard halves for Lock and Dragon, or Dragon Lock.
Key Dragon.
Yeah, but yeah, so... the reason that's worth bringing up is that's the reason that they included the beat closer here, because they said technically this form never actually used this weapon, but since we understand that fans thought that this could have used more releases, we included it here.
That makes sense. I was wondering
which is a cool thought process.
Yeah, it's really nice that they're doing this, and like I get that they're looking out for us in this regard, and I think I mean, for as much complaining as I do believe that these guys are looking out for us in terms of like getting enough of what we need.
Yeah, and I think Corey, like, everything that you always talk about is just like minor nitpicks because they're doing so well.
Yeah. Like
it's like we're not missing
honestly,
riders, we're not missing forms.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
we're a little bit behind,
and also
Decay stuff, but
follow up to the video we talked about last time. There was a quote on the blog, which I conveniently do not have pulled up, but it basically just said, "We want to make everything that appeared in build, even if it takes a little bit of time." So it shows that they care about kind of completing sets.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, they're so close. Like, Kilbis is the only thing we don't have like anything for.
Yeah, so far.
And I would appreciate that just to have a spelling, because
Exactly.
I've always just referred to him as the writer that appears in Cross Z's movie because I don't want to support Kill Bus.
Right.
Oh, I love the bus. Get on this.
I know Corey loves it.
You know what?
I'm all about the bus.
You know what? If that turns out to be the name, then fine. It's kind of silly, but I mainly just do it because I have this tendency to not want to spread misinformation.
No, yeah,
that's fair. No, I totally get it.
Yeah,
and also, I kind of like the idea of it being spelled like Kilvos, because that sounds kind of alien.
But
yeah, that probably makes a lot more sense too. So
that said, I don't even know how that relates to the motif anyway.
Yeah.
You can't ride a Vass. You can ride a bus. That's my reasoning. I do want to say for the double armor, and I've been talking to you guys at length about it, but I'm really disappointed that the what are they called? The droids,
memory droids.
Memory droids. Yeah, they don't. I'm a little disappointed that we don't get a version of the memory. Oh, double just fell. That's great.
It's a sign.
He fell right on my microphone.
Nice.
I'm a little disappointed that the memory droids don't get representation since they were in the show.
I was very impressed by the fact that they actually transform into something. I mean, in the show.
Yeah, I was not aware that was going to happen until it did.
Same.
Yeah, I think you and I on Twitter, we were just like, how's this thing transform? And I came up with a sketch that I thought was convincing, where it's just like two Gaia memories come down and then unfold into shoulders. Mm-hmm. But then the show did this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm more disappointed that there isn't a 5-inch option for this form, knowing that, because that seems like a cool toy.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And like, I feel like the 5-inch option would really be able to make the droids happen.
Yeah, it did it with the O's armor.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird. It feels like there was this big push. Excuse me. Something. I thought there was like this big push at the beginning for the Rider Kicks figures, but then just it sort of died down.
Well, it just kind of became build an X-Aid.
Yeah. But like 0 GO. We're getting the next forms, but like, what happened to this being Geo's line?
Wait a minute, I just thought of something.
That's just like, I think the Legend Rider figures are kind of like this exception to how the 5-inch figures have been going over the years. Because it's like, they've kind of reduced it to just do all the big important stuff. Cross Z doesn't need a figure.
Yeah. I don't know, because like it feels like with especially what they're doing with the Legend Riders currently, you'd think that they'd be able to at least get to all of Geo's stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But is there something like Build and X-Aid are taking up too many like slots, so Geo's gonna be on the back burner while we take care of this stuff that we probably should have done before?
I don't know. It's like I said, I think that Zeo is just kind of following the trend of the last few figure lines, and the Legend Rider series is just kind of this weird enigma.
Yeah. I don't know, we'll see. Because, like, in terms of... I know this is far off topic, but, like, I know that a lot of people were getting on Bandai's case about, oh, why is it just Build an X-Aid? But, like, they made it a point at the beginning of the year, or before this line started, to say that, like, hey, we want like the highest grade, like the best looking figure for a retail price for those of you that can't do SH Figure Arts. Yeah. And what I think that would entail for, you know, the production side of it is like you pour a lot of money into the molds, into making the molds and like making them really well. But the thing is, you're going to have to re-release that mold or tweak that mold every so often, so many times, just so you can get your money back on it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's why we're getting a lot of build and a lot of X8 so far.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Plus, I would hope that the reason they're doing so many build and X8 things right now is that this isn't going to be something exclusive to Zeo. I would hope. It's like the Legacy line to me.
Yeah. It's weird though, because like Bandai was doing 6-inch for so long, and then they shrink to 5-inch, and then Power Rangers was doing 5-inch for so long, and then they grow to 6-inch. Like, y'all, can we pick one scale and stick with it? Because I don't want to flip flop, and my display is gonna look real weird.
Yeah, that was also a joke that I made before, where it was like, these Legend Rider figures, with the material they're made of, the unpainted weapons, they're basically like Legacy figures or Power Rangers figures in general, minus the muscles.
Yeah, and like, I will say they are for a reasonable price, especially for the amount of molding they offer.
And I would also imagine going to 5-inch probably helped somewhere in the budget.
Yeah, definitely. Like, the second they announced, oh yeah, we're going to do all these big sweeping changes to the budget line, and it's going to be the same price. And everyone was like, whoa, what? And then it comes out, oh, what? It's 5 inches. What are you doing?
And there was briefly this assumption that Zeo would still be 6-inch.
Was there?
Apparently, because I remember some people on Twitter just asking, why are they downsizing for the Legend Rider series but not for Zeo? And I think there was some measurement that turned out to be false or something.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Huh.
Or I think it might be the other way around, where it was assumed that the Legend Rider series would still be 6-inch, and I presented a logic of, maybe that's so Zeo and Build armor comes up to the same height as Build. But yeah, it all turned out to be 5-inch all around.
Yeah.
Oh, just to get us back on track.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the changes they made to Build in this wave? Because apparently there's some SHODO going into it.
Yeah.
And less stickers on the legs.
Yeah. I'm super happy about the amount of paint we're getting for this. I don't know how they managed to fit that into the budget, but like, whoever did, you know what? I think I know. Because Woz doesn't seem to have a lot of paint. He seems to have mostly stickers.
That's true.
Huh. That could have shifted the budget around. And I'd assume, because like, Agito and Hibiki, I mean, you don't really have to do much to get them to where they need to be.
Right, they're pretty
especially
basic.
Since, yeah. So, I don't know, things must have shifted in that direction in terms of, like, production, but I do appreciate it.
You know, speaking of SHODO, I just thought, we haven't gotten, I don't know if they would do it, but we haven't gotten the Mirror World Geo yet.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I'd be 100% down to buy that. I don't know why, because like usually I'm not against, or I'm kind of against the easy one-offs, but like I'm into it.
Yeah, I mean, if we're getting another Riders, why not?
Yeah, and like I feel like he represents such a good part of the show that I do want one of him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that arc yet, so I'll be interested in seeing it in context.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the only things that would be different would be the belt and the head, really.
Yeah.
That seems like that's an easy thing for them to include in, oh, well, I was about to say Ride Plus, but we actually got some information about that.
Oh, yeah. We did need to, I guess, print a retraction from last week.
I don't think we talked about it at all last week.
Oh, then we don't need to do that at all. We just need to talk about it. Go for it.
Okay, so there was a mistranslation on my part about the Ride Plus set, which is Future Riders. What I thought it was saying was the set will include Shinobi, Quiz, and Kikai, riders who left a strong impact with fans. What it actually said was the set will include Shinobi, Quiz, Kikai, and that popular rider that left a strong impact with fans. So who do we know in Zio that was a popular rider that left an impact?
Gaim. Bill.
Yes. No.
Yes. All right. Yes.
No. Decade.
All right. Yeah.
Which makes sense. With the
and I'm and I'm excited for this not only because, like, you know, we're getting Decade in Shodo form, but also the only option on AmiAmi was to buy it as a set of 10 or as a pack of 10, and I feel like if Decade comes with the white belt, and I don't know why he would come with a white belt unless like Shodo wanted to be a bro and like, hey, we also threw this in for you too.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know what's going to happen. Did you guys see the new magazine scans?
Yeah. That could be our next topic for the magazine scans.
But just to kind of also finish that off, this information comes from Amazon Japan, so I don't know how legit it is, but it said that the Ride Plus set would be a set of 5. And it also mentions option parts at one point, so I think you and I all agree that it would probably be accessories.
Yes.
Like, I was thinking Shinobi's sword, and also Decade's weapons.
Mm-hmm. But I was thinking, okay, if it's...
What if they did Shinobi's, like, frog thing?
Oh, I would love that, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's not going to fit. No. I mean, like, what you'd have to do is get the Kakure Dai Shogun? Is that it? And then just paint the frog? Yeah. Is that the right one? Am I thinking of the right one?
Yeah.
Yes, and also figure out a robot mode for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you are pre-ordering on AmiAmi, it's not under SODO, it's under SOUDOU, which is annoying.
Wow.
Got to keep up with those alternate spellings.
Yeah. But yeah, AmiAmi can corroborate with Amazon's listing. It does say assorted according to maker's rate from 5 types.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'd assume it would be, just the 4 base riders in that accessory set. But, like, I always thought... Because, like, Kikai is just a Guardian. And they made the Guardian mold. And the Guardian...
honestly, the hardest
has the
one
body
would be...
and the armor set.
Yeah. Like, the hardest one would be...
That also makes sense.
Which one? Shinobi. Because Shinobi had, like, the ghost body with the X8 head.
Well, the way they presented it was, since these characters weren't intended to have any armor switching gimmicks, we didn't include any.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, and like I was saying, we talked about this in text, but it makes sense for Quiz and Shinobi to not have armor swapping, but Kikai does make sense to have an armor set. So maybe that 5th box will be Kikai's armor plus some weapons. Because they don't have to work in a display stand.
And I hope that extra pack comes with a plug-on white belt for Decade.
Well, I was just thinking...
It would be cool. Simple enough to do.
Yeah. Because it would be cool to be able to have the belt attached, so you could, like, put it on the build figure and have it be Decade as build.
Yeah, I was saying before that, I wonder if Double's belt can do that, and no.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that in text again, but I was Malunis had posed the question, oh wait, it'd be so cool to put Decade's belt over Double, and I was like, oh yeah, that would. Let me look up on that. And apparently, Double sort of breaks the mold for Shodo, wherein he doesn't have a singular peg, he has 2 pegs for halves of his belt. I mean, it makes sense in a vacuum for Double, but like it
for the
has
stickers to match and everything.
Yeah, So that doesn't quite work out, but like you could fudge it. I honestly, it would be like the easiest thing in the world to make like a Shapeways compatible part for that.
Yeah.
There's and like also, zero design work involved. It's all math.
And also, I think that, like I said, it would be simple enough for them to include 2 different belts for the decade, but at the same time, you could say, go to Shodo for a regular decade.
That's true, and I do have one. I'm not going to complain about it, especially since I decided to open 2 of my decades and paint one of the belts pink. But it would be cool to have a SHODO version. And what I think they could also do is have 2 different sticker options for Decades belt.
Oh, so it wouldn't be like just plastic color, it would just be a front sticker?
I feel like that'd be the most ergonomic for them.
Yeah,
or
makes
like
sense.
it comes pre-painted in pink, but they include a white one.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just realized we talked very briefly about the other parts of Ride 6, which are Agito and Hibiki. The Rider armor set is complete.
Yeah, we're basically done with those guys.
And they finally broke their rule about weapons and included Hibiki's drumsticks.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a rule, was it?
No, I don't think they've even said anything about it. It's just like, you look at all of them and it's like, we included Zio's sword with blade because we thought he looked good with the sword.
Yeah, but also these are just sticks. So
yeah, it's also like the one character where I would have wished for some weapons.
Yeah,
it works.
I don't know. I do like these. It's just they seem bare.
I mean,
just for the sake of like pouring more budget into build.
Well, the way that I would describe Kuga and Agito is they are about as basic as the original writers.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, even more so for Agito, because like even Kuga had arm parts.
I mean, I would also say Agito has those cool sort of shoulders here.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, and then also Waz stuff. I guess
the first new writer.
Yeah. Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah, huh? I don't know. He's been in the show for so long, and like we've known about this for so long. It's kind of like, it's there, you know?
Yeah. It's like, not surprised they're doing it. Here it is.
Mm-hmm. Gotta make room on my shelf for woes, because the way I've been displaying is I just kind of alternate what's on the desk, but on the shelf I have Zio and Gates in their default forms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like what I usually do is like, my desk would have like the regular retail releases, and then for this is talking build specifically, but then on my shelf would be like the Dai Soda releases.
Oh, yeah.
I think that sort of caps off this topic.
Nice.
Unless you guys had anything more to say.
Looking forward to the set.
Yeah, I bought it already. But yeah, we can move on into another podcast topic, which Josh just brought up, and we're going to organically switch to, which would be sort of predicting what we think would be in Wave 8 for Geo.
Right.
Yeah. So, Josh, I know you had some thoughts. Why don't you go ahead and do it?
Well, since we already saw Cross Evil, I'm pretty sure that's going to be in Set 8, because it's the featuring build stuff. So, that I'm sure that's there. I kind of feel like Set 8 will pretty much just be Cross Evil, maybe Kilbus, maybe we'll finally get like an actual how to spell it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know how accurate this was, but yeah, I a long time ago just wrote down Ride 8 featuring build and Ride 9 featuring build. I think those were based on old pre-orders.
The pre-orders for Ami Ami do say featuring SHODO build.
Okay.
And I will say this comes with 7 different types, so your guesses may only go up to 7.
So,
okay.
Cross Evo will probably be 2 boxes, or it will be.
Yeah.
So 2 boxes for that, and then Kilbus, I'm not really sure. Like, probably 2 boxes, but
that's the topic.
You said before we started that you were predicting that this is the decade catch-up wave.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be too.
Yeah.
I feel like if what we think is going to happen with like it being one armor on multiple bodies, I feel like we could get a repeat Decade armor, like just like one repeat, and then have it include like all the stickers that are needed for it, or something, and then have a couple of the bodies that we're missing.
I hope I don't have to double up on armor. I just really hope I don't have to double up in general. But I feel like for the Decade armors specifically, like, I know that the play pattern, like Malunis had said, the play pattern that they sort of, I guess, had in their mind for this toy line was that you swap the armors onto the bodies and that's your lot. Like, you have to, like, you're only supposed to get 1 or 2 base bodies. But I feel like Decade is different, wherein you're not meant to just get 1 armor set. Like that mentality of, the armors is different for Decade because the base bodies keep changing. So I feel like we are going to be getting, their own armors.
Yeah.
Malunis, did you have any predictions for Wave 8?
Oh, I was scrolling through my tweets because I remember telling someone a prediction, but I think I've got it in my head.
Okay.
My thought was that this might be the wave with Gates Revive.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
And the way they would do it is they would reveal everything else first, and then they would say, surprise, the first thing in the wave is Gates Revive, and he's also on the cover of the box.
Yeah, I can see that. Mm-hmm. And I was right, I just checked you're right, I was just checking the pre-orders for it. It does look like 8 and 9, both feature build.
Okay, yeah.
So I would say that set 8 will have Cross Evo with a bunch of Decade stuff and maybe Gates Revive. And then set 9...
That's basically what I was going to do, but let me just say... So, at the time for doing this, we literally just got Gates Revive in magazines.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's probably going to be, like, I think you said, maybe 1 body, 2 different armor types. Mm-hmm. So we'll say that's like 3 items in the wave, then...
I could see it being 2 items in the wave. Just 1 body and then 1 armor set.
Yeah,
that's true. They did.
Depends on how much.
Like that.
Okay, I was gonna say depends on how it plays, but yeah, I guess so.
Because I think it's just a shoulder and a chest swap.
But the thing is, like, and I don't want to get in the way of your thing, but when we just saw the wave with the extra rabbit dragon. The build Rabbit Dragon, so I feel like they'd want to pour a little bit more budget into Cross Evil. So then maybe they might stretch what could have been 2 separate releases into 3, so then you get the Survive Red, Survive Blue, and then the base body.
Yeah. But regardless, let's say just for... Well, I was also going to say that Wizard Armor managed to fit in a lot in just 1 box, so it's possible they'll just do 1 box.
That's true.
So, tentatively, I'm just going to say 2 or 3 boxes for Gates Revive. Then you have 2 slots for Cross Evil, and if it's going to be 7, then I guess the last 2 would be build form for Decade Armor.
Yeah.
Or if Gates Revive is just 2 boxes, then it'll be Decade Armor 1, just 1 Decade Armor, then build form and ghost form. Have fun.
Oh, don't do that. Don't.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm not okay with that. Stop. That's not okay.
And would they do the 5?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that one.
Did that show up in the show?
It's just something that's on the Bootable Soul game, apparently, which is weird. It's weird.
Okay, yeah. They are known to do those.
I don't know. I feel like that's a first time I've seen a form exclusive to them. Because they have made medallions based on some of these packaging exclusives, but that's like a first time I've seen something completely exclusive to them.
Yeah, no, but like even the rider armors, most of those don't even exist in show. It came from like other sources.
Yeah,
so.
Right.
Weird.
That's why I feel like they would do it. If they do the fact that they did all the Gombarizing packaging exclusive ones this time, I feel like that's why they could
that's the thing is that these aren't in Gombarizing for some reason. They're just like something. No, they are based. They are first thing. So there were a few forms in Build that were only seen on toy packaging, but weren't in the arcade game. And for Zeo, that's just kind of been the standard for all of these forms.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's like it's to me, the theory that I had is that Bandai just like commissioned a bunch of designs for packaging use. And that's why they're appearing in SHODO instead of Gombarizing.
Interesting.
So that's what Agito threw Kiva, right?
Yeah.
-5.
That's weird. I would love to know the story behind it. All I know is that Shirakura, the producer for Zeo, who has been a hot topic.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He was asked about those, and all he really had to say was, I've never seen those before.
Great, okay, that's cool. That's good. I'm glad we're all on the same page in terms of production, guys.
Well, I think specifically what he said was, I never looked very closely at the toy packaging before, but some of those have physical suits, and I think he was referring to things like wizard armor.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's things that already like made it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my prediction.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, mine's pretty similar. I think I'm gonna stick to 2 armor sets for Gates, and then 1 body for Gates. Because again, I'm operating under that mentality of like, okay, we need to like lessen the budget on certain items, and then push more into the build, the featuring build parts. So you get the 3 parts for him, and then you get the 2 for Cross Evil, and then you get your build decade.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where I'm landing. And again, I guess we've sort of talked at length about that.
Or this is kind of I know Corey won't like this, but what they could do is the X-Aid and Build Decade armors that they are going to do. Mm-hmm. Those could be retail since they've already like have those molds before.
Yeah.
But the Phys, O's, and Ghost ones, which were not in the SHODO line before, they could do premium.
Stop.
I mean, they've done premium sets for things that appeared in the show before.
Yeah, they have.
Game Deus Chronos.
Stop.
Actually, that's another question. I mean, granted, we still have plenty of time left in Geo to see what happens, but like, since X8 and Build both did kind of like a catch-up premium Bandai final set with like a bunch of accessories and things, I wonder what Geo's will be.
Yeah, I mean,
granted, that's months away.
They could do a thing. They could do a really mean thing where they go like, "All right, premium Bandai armor sets, go. This is all the rest you need." Huh?
I mean, I'm very curious to see how they're going to do the Another Riders if we're going to actually get all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't know what they could include in like that end set.
Unless they're still trying to get Another Riders out by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what they could do is like do effect parts, kind of like they did with.
They could
with X-Aid, how they had the hit and then critical.
Yeah.
They could just have those clocks, those gears in the background. Because
they're already doing it kind of with like, because like The only thing I would have thought of is the fact that like the weapons with the ride watches in them, but they've already done that. So
yeah, they could do what they did with Build and have ride watchless belts.
Yeah, they could.
I don't know if that's helpful or not.
I mean,
I was gonna say that's the easily most skippable accessory set.
Yeah, I mean, like, but it also, like, the accessory set would also be the figures it comes with, which would probably be 2 of them.
Yeah.
And
we still have plenty of time in Geo to see what could be that final thing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything could happen.
It could be a last minute form. Yeah, it could be anything.
Mm-hmm. And I do want to say an eventual podcast topic that Malunis, you brought up was kind of predicting what's going to be in Dai Soto.
Yeah.
And I think maybe we'll try to hit on that next week, and then sometime later on down the line we'll do what's going to be in the final set, like actually predicting it, because like we're not even close to the end yet. So I feel like that final set is really going to be predicated on what we still have left to do.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think we're around the time where a Dai Soto set should be released, right?
Give or take.
I don't quite.
Yeah. Unless, just a theory, unless that's because Soto Plus is coming out around the time Dai Soto comes out, or usually comes out. So maybe they're doing Soto Plus instead of Dai Soto this year.
Interesting.
Oh, Ride Plus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ride Plus.
You know what would be the worst thing to see on a final set? Ginga. Just like the last feature writer.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he wouldn't be
I need that in retail, man.
That's why I said it would be the worst one.
It would.
But you're right, that's probably what's going to happen.
I mean, it's not going to be at the end of the show. Like, that would be probably the last quarter. I don't know.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think...
last year's was just an improved Grease and an improved Rogue, so they could just do an upgrade of some sort. Some new Waz or something.
Okay. That gets into the topic of how would they upgrade Dai Soto.
Yeah.
And again, that will be a topic
Yeah,
for
that's its own
another
episode.
time.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, I am surprised they haven't announced an EX2.
Yeah, for the Gates time, imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, tied my jeans.
And more ride watch plates.
That too. The plates really bother me. You know, that's another one of the scummy things that they've done, which makes me think that the that decade situation might come to pass, because like they gave you 2 extra plates and 3 different sticker options you could place on that. Yeah, so what they might do with Decade is put the armor set and then 2 sticker sets with, you know, the 2 base bodies floating about, like, you know, Malunis, you were saying.
Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, did you guys have anything else you wanted to say this week about Soto?
Not really. I think we kind of covered all of it.
Well, the last thing to say about the time matching with the ride watch plates, that's easy to resolve because you don't have anything to go with O's.
What are you talking about?
What? Because like the time matching, it comes with stickers for build and O's. With build, you have the weapon, but with O's, you don't get any claws.
That's true.
So
I guess I would just apply the build and X-Aid, but like the fact that they included the option really makes me upset.
I feel like that was I think that was just like possibly just a product of it being released around the time that the O's episode happened.
That's true, but that like you saying that has really shifted my my perspective in terms of which ones I'm choosing to place on the empty ones. So I think I will go with build and X-Aid for that. But yeah, guys, thanks for listening to the second episode of this podcast. I know it's coming out relatively close to the first episode, but that's because we had complications getting episode 1 up. And also, if you're finding us for the first time, we have a Twitter. Oh, yeah, I guess that's the only social media we have. We have a Twitter for this account called SHODO X. The links to that are in the description down below, as well as the links to get to all of our stuff. Malunis with... Actually, I just went to Malunis' site and, like, wholesale grabbed the DeviantArt link, the Fruit Rider, Gamer, you know, all those, the Tumblr news sites. He has a regular Tumblr, regular Twitter. Josh at Living Ranger Key on Twitter yet again, as well as his YouTube channel Toku Topics, and also he is featured on the Toku Toy Store. You can find me at Go Mango, where I do watch-alongs and reviews, as well as my Twitter. And Shapeways and Malunis and I both have different shirt accounts.
Yeah.
I know that you brought in some new designs recently on your Redbubble.
I was going to shamelessly plug that, yes. In line with the recent episode with Kikai, I have the Kikai emblem up there, or a Kikai emblem. There's no official one. Mm-hmm. It's just based on the belt.
Yeah.
And also Necrom and Build Rabbit and Tank, which were like semi-custom designs.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed like the extra little like tank and or rabbit little pocket area.
Got to get creative with some of these.
That's true. And then for Josh, you can buy his Sneezing Josh merch as well as his Punching Josh merch.
You know it.
Yeah, is that Redbubble or Teespring or TeePublic? I mean,
actually, it's them both. I think.
Oh, okay, both. Just wherever you want, and also.
Green screen him.
The Go Mango channel I run, we made Gentoku translated shirts, so if you really like Gentoku, we translated his shirts and then put them onto our TeePublic. So if you want those, you can go check them out. I think there was a sale on TeePublic recently, but that might be over. But there's like always a sale, so check back. Don't buy it at $20. You can, but you could also wait and buy it for $14. Which is a good option, so definitely do that. Guys, thanks for listening. Keep it juicy.
Still trying to plug that one, huh?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
That's cool.